Hi, I am Dan Daly. I am the director of the Alabama Innovation and Mentoring of Entrepreneur Center at the University of Alabama. And previously, I was the technology manager for fuels for Lubrizol for 12 years. And prior to that, I was the head of Texaco's fuel additive synthesis team, in which we developed System 3 and new and improved System 3. I was involved in lots of testing and verification of the functionality of different gasoline qualities and diesel fuels. So therefore, I have some experience in this area. One component, though, of the Innovation Mentor and Entrepreneur Center that we have is that we run a I-Corp site and node. And the I-Corp is Innovation Corp, and in it teaches the ability to assess the value of your idea or your proposition for a small startup company. And one thing that we decided to do was to run an assessment of the aerospace and automotive sectors in the state of Alabama. And from that analysis, we were able to uncover some current pains that a lot of the companies in the state of Alabama are experiencing. And so what we were able to find was that many companies are fully committed to supplying the engine manufacturers. However, they are not doing any business development, and they are not doing any advertisement or any customer development. So therefore, they are solely focused on supplying, and which puts them in a fragile environment. Thus, any disruption in their supply chain could cause them to go out of business. Also, we discovered that the startup companies or the newly formed companies are also facing the struggle to get recognized or get any type of traction in this sector. So therefore, we have decided to start a automotive and aerospace accelerator. In this accelerator, we will focus on the main pains that the smaller companies or the companies in Alabama are facing, and that is one, for business development. We decided to, using a open innovation format, try to establish a problem submitter and problem solver groups. So therefore, we are asking the engine manufacturers to list their problems in manufacturing, logistics, environmental concerns, or etc. And this could be done anonymously to the accelerator. Then the accelerator will send those requests to the network and of problem solvers, and the problem solvers, which are the smaller companies, will send those proposals back to the accelerator. The accelerator will look at these proposals, and we may combine a few companies together to form a stronger proposal. And once that has been done, we are going to submit the potential solutions back to the problem submitter. And the problem submitter will be able to select the proposal that they wish to fund to have that problem or issue resolved. And then additionally, the accelerator will help the small startup companies or the newly formed companies in business development or customer development. Well, what things that we practice almost on a daily basis at our I-Corp site, and that is in customer discovery. So we will help these smaller companies get what we will call a minimal viable product or a simple prototype, and send them to industrial trade shows in which there are many different companies there, and in those particular sectors, and they will get to interview all of these companies and hopefully find a few partners that will help de-risk their invention. These companies in that sector will know the requirements and the testing that is necessary to attract the business of a larger company, and we can, through this partnership, assist the inventors or the startups with crossing those hurdles, so therefore, and de-risking that invention so that the larger company will be able to adopt it in a reasonable time frame. So therefore, we will be holding sessions and of identifying and collecting these problems and forming these problem-solving groups. Since we've talked to over 100 companies, we know that there's a strong interest in them joining this network of problem solvers. And we will also be training the startups and building prototypes for them so that they can go to the trade shows and hopefully remove the risk that would be required for adoption by the market.